Hey, everybody. Hi, Joy. Thank you for being here. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I finally got my desktop working. So if anyone can tell me if this speaker works good, can you guys hear me? Okay, that would be awesome. Just because I haven't used this computer on StreamYard before. I'm hoping the mic is good. Oops. Give me 1 second. I don't know if anyone's here still. Joy, if you're still here, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to start watching Jen McCabe's testimony, which is one of the ones I'm obviously anxiously awaiting to see the entire testimony. So until people start arriving, let's get started.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name?
Can you guys hear me? I don't know if anyone can hear me. Hold on. Oh, yay. Thank you, Sarah. Sorry, I finally got my desktop working, which is amazing. Oh, yeah, I am. I am a fast typer. I finally got my desktop working. It's so amazing. I have a nice, huge monitor now, which I can maneuver different screens on. I love it. But for some reason, when I first started the stream, it was like it froze StreamYard once I set YouTube to go, but it looks like we're good now. How'd I fix it? Okay, so I think you guys know the story. I was locked out because I couldn't remember my passcode. Long story short, basically, I think what it was is even because I couldn't sign in, even though I thought it was a I had hooked it up to my internet. Even though you're not signed in, I guess there's a thing at the bottom where you can set it up for your Wi-Fi and that. I thought I had done that, but I have a feeling I didn't because every time I tried to reset my PIN, it kept getting stuck. Now, once I got it hooked up to the internet, for sure this time, it still got stuck and I had to reset the PIN like 3 times, but it finally just worked. Like it finally worked. I got some help. So it's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that the mic sounds good because I'm using the internal mic because I hate wearing headphones. I will wear them if this mic isn't good, but so far so good. I mean, I'm just loving having this much room on my screen compared to my laptop. It is so much easier. Hey, Maylin, thanks for coming. And Joy, I already said hi to you and thank you for coming, but I don't know if you heard it in the beginning because I was having technical difficulties. But I'm like super excited. Can I see the floating hearts? No. See, I wish we could. That sucks. I don't like, why do they even put those things there if it's not for the streamer to see them? I always thought the streamer could see them. Exactly, Sarah. What the fuck is the point? Like, I always use them so that like the streamer knew like, hey, I get this, or what you said was really funny, or send in some love. Like, if we can't see it, what's the point? Although, I have to tell you, I do play it on my phone just so I get the viewing hours. So, and when I look down at my phone, I can see them. Right. Yeah, you push those and they don't do shit. The funny thing is, how I learned that about the crosswalk buttons was the first time I ever went to Los Angeles. I was 16 and my mom and I were walking down from the hotel to this little like diner or whatever. And I was like, I went to go push the button because we really don't have those here in Michigan. I mean, we do at a couple major intersections, but they're not really like a common thing. And I went to push the button. We stood there for like, seemed like ever. So then I went over and pushed it, and this gentleman next to me is like, you know, those don't really do anything, right? He's looking at me like I'm a moron. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. No one walks here. Nope. I mean, it's normally too hot or too cold to walk anywhere. We don't have happy mediums anymore. Plus, our drivers are super crazy. Like, I tell people all the time, if you come to Michigan, oh, Sarah, sorry. Yes, because I'm watching it like a viewer on my phone, you know? I'm not like I leave it to the side so that I get the watch hours since I'm trying to get monetized. So like I see it like you would see it, like when other people, yeah, see, I see it right now on my phone, but not on the StreamYard, which is so dumb. Like I just don't get the point of them. It's so stupid. I literally thought this whole time until you asked me that, but I can see him on screen. I can't. Like, what is the freaking point? I don't get it. I mean, to tell the other chat that you know, and they can't even see who's clicking it. So really, what does it do for anybody? It is so dumb. Oh, but what I was saying about Michigan drivers and it's people here are so aggressive and impatient, and there's always construction, so everyone's got road rage. I mean, it's insane. Like, if you aren't familiar with Michigan roads and our Michigan laps and the construction everywhere all the time, I mean, don't drive here. It's awful. I don't know how it's good for interaction though, because really, like, what does it do? Like, I used it. I always used it thinking that the streamer saw it to show support for whatever they were talking about. You know, use the heart button to show them some love or that I love what they were saying. And then, especially like Will's, the glare, I would always use the smiley face because he's so funny. Like, I just want him to know, like, he's making me laugh. Like, but we are already seeing that kind of stuff in the chat too. So, I don't know. It's like I'm at a loss for words why those things are there then. Like, it makes no sense. Michigan lobster is such a waste of time. Yeah. When I try to explain to people who have no idea what a Michigan left is, they're like, what? What? How many times do you have to turn to make a left? No, you have to make a right, then a left, and then a right. Like, it's just, you have to make a diagram to help people understand what a Michigan left is. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to get my YouTube added to the stage without, like, screwing up my. Here we go. Thank you, Sarah. I had a great day yesterday. I really did. I got to hang out with Dean from Rat House Media, the Chat Rats. It was really fun. He bought me a cake and took me out to lunch. It was really fun. I got to kind of stay off social media on YouTube and all the electronics for a day, and it was relaxing and fun, and it was great. In Charleston, 3 rights make a left. Well, that's right. Yeah, you guys got to hang out with him too. She's so sweet. Like, we had a good time. He introduced me to a really funny YouTuber that does, like, all these shorts, like really funny shorts. And I'm always looking for things that make me laugh. And because I say this, I can't say it enough, that in today's world where all you see is depressing shit, you know, it's everywhere. You're bombarded with stress and just hate in the world. It's terrible. So you need breaks from all that. I always look for something to make me laugh or smile and feel good. And he watches this YouTuber that does these like short parodies of music, and then another one, because I'm a huge Marvel fan, and there was another one he showed me that does, like, he makes like these cartoon, like, compilation almost of making fun of like DC and Marvel characters. It's hilarious. Thank you, Malin. What's John Maloney? I'm so confused. Oh, this YouTuber? It wasn't him, but if that's another one, I'll definitely look him up. Hold on. The one that he got me was, hold on, it was the one that does like hilarious compilations that about their this one I forgot, I didn't mention this one either. This guy is a YouTuber from Ohio, and he does a bunch of cartoon like compilations. He makes these cartoons of like little kids, almost like a South Park kind of parody kind of thing. It's super funny. And he made these ones specifically like making fun of Cedar Point and roller coasters. And oh my God, it's hilarious. And I know, Maylin, you'll probably appreciate this because you live in Ohio. And Sarah's from Michigan, so I'm sure we've all gone to Cedar Point. His name is Bruce Stew After Hours. I'll put it in the chat. Because I'll put all of these in the chat because they're so funny. If anyone is looking for something funny to watch. That's that one. And then the other one is called, the one that does the DC and Marvel is Solid JJ. That's that one. And then the one that does the song parodies is called Matt Storer. There you go. Check those out. They're freaking hilarious. Hi, Scott. Thanks for coming. Hi, Joy. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you. Hold on. I'm just trying to look up that Matt. What did you? John Maloney, you wrote, Maylin. I'm going to put him in so I can check him out later. All right, got it. Okay, so, oops. Party has started. That's right. Maylin, did you stock our chat fridge? We got some lime punch and some red velvet cake, and yeah. We're going to have a party watching Jen McCabe. We're gonna, oh my God. Yeah, this testimony in its entirety is going to be one for the books, I tell you. Because I watched her entire testimony in trial too. I can only imagine, because I've heard that she's worse, and I've seen bits and pieces of it, obviously, in trial 1. How people say she must have taken a Xanax in trial 2. She's apparently more like rude and whatever in trial 1. Oh, she's showering. I missed that. Sorry. When she gets back, I'm going to have to tell her, why'd you leave the party so soon? I'm just kidding. She stocked the fridge and left. Some candles. Woohoo! I even got Baker to sing to me yesterday morning. I was so excited. I was worried he wasn't going to go live on my birthday because I'm like, man, I've been waiting for you to sing me happy birthday. And I'm like, are you going to go live Saturday? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And then I woke up yesterday and he was already live. And I'm like, yes, woohoo. You saw it on replay. Yeah, it's so cool. everybody, I got so many birthday wishes. Everybody's awesome. I appreciate them all. Thank you, everyone who sent me birthday wishes to my DMs and on my YouTube page. You guys are amazing. All right, so I'm trying, in case Baker stops by, I have to make this full page because he will say something if I don't, so bear with me. There we go. All right, so let's get started on Jen McCabe. All right, keep going. Nice. Maybe I'll ask Baker to. Yeah, Baker stopped by my chat a couple times, and every time he comes, because I am not used to, I am not used to making the full page and putting my icon in the corner and watching the trial because of until today, I've been using my tiny ass little laptop, and it's so hard to maneuver two pages and putting one on a full screen. It's just a mess. So now that I'm on my desktop, everything is so much easier. I'm so excited. So, but every time Baker has come by, he's like, what is with you? Why were you allergic to full screen? So I have to remind myself to do that for him, and then it'll just become second nature. Hi, America fam. Thank you for coming. We do have a good community. I'm telling you, I love it here. All right, so we are going to get, and by the way, I had asked Baker already if he would come on my show, and he said he would. I haven't touched base with him in the last week or so, but I was thinking, hopefully now that the Dale Warner trial is over, or I don't even think they came back with a verdict. I'm hoping that maybe I can get him on next week sometime. So I'm going to be sending him a message today to see if we can arrange for something. I'm super excited for that. All right, so here we go. Let's start with Jen. And if anyone has some ideas for our pick of the day, let me know.
January 28th. Do you recall what was going on that night?
Hockey team. Then I met up with some parents for my daughter played for the Canton High basketball team. So we met up with parents before. We had a drink, appetizers. My younger two were with us. We fed them dinner. And then we went on to Canton High School to the basketball game.
Now, starting back, the oldest daughter with the hockey dinner at your house, that was your daughter, Allie, is that correct?
Yes.
She's your oldest?
Yes.
Now, the daughter who had the basketball game.
Yes, we do. I love Baker,
yes.
too.
And with regard to her, she was on varsity team, is that right?
Yes.
For Canton High School?
Yes.
And with respect to just basketball in general.
Yes, Sarah.
What, if any, role
we always do a picture of the day. I go to AI and I make fun. You've seen some of them. Come on. That one.
I was a basketball coach for the rec, well, the town program.
With the grass. That was Julie, right? So freaking funny.
I believe with Emily, I started approximately when she was in 5th grade, and then I was also a coach for my daughter, Olivia, I think starting when she was in 6th grade. And with my youngest, I think I coached from 1st grade on up until 8th grade.
Now, as far as the high school game was concerned, is there a sort of a typical start time for high school basketball game?
Yeah, move on. We know the time. Move on.
After the basketball game, where did you go?
My husband and I dropped my youngest daughter home, and then we proceeded to meet my sister at the waterfall.
And which sister?
My sister, Nicole.
How many sisters do you?
3.
And do you recall about what time it was that you got to the waterfall?
Approximately 9 o'clock.
And when you say we, who do you mean?
My husband, Matt, and myself.
And do you recall which vehicle that you were in going around Canton that night?
I believe it was my car, yes.
And what kind of car was that?
Denali. Yukon, I think. Denali, yeah.
So bigger type vehicles?
Yes, big SUV.
Isn't it Denali?
With respect to
Just
your
curious.
cell phone around that time, is that correct?
Yes.
Your cell phone, what if any connection did that have between cell phone and vehicle?
At that point, I don't think mine was connected. I'm not sure.
Now, when you arrived to the waterfall, did you go right in, or what if anything did?
I waited a few minutes because my husband was on a phone call.
And at some point, did you and your husband then go?
Yes.
And when you arrived in the waterfall, where within the waterfall did you go?
We walked in, and I believe we sat at the third table.
And at the time that you arrived, who were
Good one, Joy.
you were familiar with at that time?
Chris and Julie Albert, Nicole Albert, Caitlin Albert, Tristan Morris.
And at some point shortly after that, or at some point after that, who, if anyone else, joined the group that you were with?
Nick Kolakitis did, and then his wife did a little bit after. And then Brian Albert and Brian Higgins arrived. And then Karen and John arrived.
And prior to Karen and John arriving, who, if anyone from the group, had left?
I believe Tristan left, maybe to go sleep because he had to plow, I think.
Now, with reference to Karen and John,
Mhm.
we're talking about John O'Keefe and Karen Beckett.
Yes.
And how long had you known John?
Approximately 10 years.
And how was it that you first came to know John?
John's sister and her husband lived in the neighborhood, and my daughter became friends with John's niece when they were in kindergarten. And during that kindergarten year, John's sister and then brother-in-law passed away, and John moved in and took care of the kids.
And just for clarity purposes, this would have been when you were living at the home on Sutcliffe?
Yes.
And then after John moved in with his niece and nephew, what, if any, role or what, if any, relationship did you have with either John or his niece?
So my daughter was very good friends with his niece.
ChatGPT is working on
And
it.
so, she would be over all the time, and JJ would come over and pick her up, and he would come in and talk to us and hang out.
And how would you describe your relationship?
He's my friend. I love John. He was an amazing guy.
With reference to Karen Reed, just for clarity purposes.
Hey, Mark.
Karen Reed in the courtroom today.
Yes, I do.
You identified just as to where she's seated or not?
She's seated.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Here we go.
Now, with respect to defendant Ms. Reed, when was it that you met her?
John had reached out to me saying that he was dating a new girl and that she had MS, and I also have MS. So he said he would like for me to meet her.
And how long have you had her?
I believe it will be 10 years this October.
And do you recall specifically
I'm
when around
bored.
that
You
was
crack
that
me
you
up, man.
That I met Miss Reed.
and came over to your house, is that correct?
Yes, they came over to the house. They brought the kids, swam. I have a pool.
Now, over the course of, you were familiar, obviously, that Ms. Reed was dating Mr. O'Keefe, correct?
Mhm.
Over the course of time.
Yes. Sorry.
Over the course of time from July of 2020, when you met her, to January.
Oh my God.
How often would you?
Just wait till you guys see this.
It would vary. There were times that we would bump into them, or depending on their sports, or, for my daughter's birthday party, when it was time to pick up, they'd come over, hang out, or Halloween.
Yeah.
It just varied. We have 4 kids, so we're always kind of in all
100%
different
Joy.
directions. Sometimes it depends on what sport month it is and what
Oh my
team we're with.
And how would you describe your relationship with Ms. Reed?
I enjoyed Miss Reed. I really liked her. I thought we connected from the
Oh,
beginning. She was very easy to talk to. She had MS, I had MS, and there's not a lot of people our age that I personally know that have it. So it was nice to have someone who understood like what I was going through. So we had that in common.
With respect to either, starting with Mr. O'Keefe, was your friendship the type where you would have any sort of discussions about his relationship with Miss Reed or anything, or any girls that he dated at any point in time that you were friends with?
At different points, yes.
And what, if anything, specific do you recall him telling you about his relationship with Miss Reed specifically?
Objection.
I'm going to allow that. I'd like to counsel at sidebar for just a minute, please.
So, Ms. McCabe, with regard to Mr. O'Keefe and his relationship with Miss Reed, is that something that you spend any real time talking about with Mr. O'Keefe?
No, occasionally, hey, how are things going? How's she feeling? How's she doing? Very, very general.
To the water.
Mhm.
You arrive about 9. About what time was it that you left?
Approximately midnight, a little give or take.
And so during the 3 hours or so that you were there, how would you describe sort of the mood or demeanor of the group that you were with during the time you were there?
Fine, friendly, normal, typical night, you know, just out having a drink, listening to music.
And you mentioned about 11 o'clock or so was that Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed came into the bar.
Correct.
And when they came into the bar, where did they go in relation to where you were?
They came right over and talked to the group that we were with.
And observed the defendant with you, or have with her when she came?
Oh, she had brought a glass with her, get out of her car, kind of chuckled.
Getting glitchy
What, if anything,
now.
did you observe about the glass?
Because I tried to open that picture and now it's like everything is.
I believe
If anything, did you observe as far as what was?
Hold on. Thanks for being patient with me. Working with this desktop, I have to know its limitations, and it's still like, because I just started using it. Every time I shut it, I've only shut it down twice. It keeps like updating 1,000 updates because it's been, you know, not working and, you know, put aside, not plugged in for over 1.5 years. So now trying to open 3 screens on this computer is not easy, but I got it. So give me a second. Are you guys ready for the picture? Per Joy's request. Oh my God. I hope that's what you wanted, Joy. It's really creepy and really funny. Oh, that'd be awesome. As soon as I can have emojis, Joy, I will make it one. I promise you. I will make all of the pics of the day emojis. That will be so much fun. Yes. Yep. I almost have my hours already now. I just need subscribers. So if anyone knows anyone who even if they don't want to watch, just wants to subscribe for me, that would be great. I need to get a couple hundred subscribers and then we're good to go. Oh my God, I can't stop looking at it. It's so scary and funny at the same time. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Oh God. Oh shoot, hold on. It lost my audio for the YouTube again. Every time okay, I have the same problem on my laptop. I don't know why. When I open it in a different, like a totally different window, the pictures, it like stops getting sound from my YouTube page. So weird. Thank you, Joy. You only know the chit chat rats. Hey, Katie. Thanks for coming. Oh, you got to rewind a couple minutes and look back at the pic of the day I just made of Jen McCabe. I asked for requests. Joy made a request, and that's what she got. All right. Come on now. I may have to work on updating this desktop with something too. It is like everything else is fast. For some reason, the only issue I have so far is when I switch screens on StreamYard. It's so weird. But here we go. Why won't it go to full screen now? What the heck? Oh, well. Sorry, Baker. I'm trying to make it full screen, but it won't go. It becomes by tails. Is this glitching for everybody? Let me start the screen over again. There we go. Yay, now full screen is working. I just have to remember when I switch screens just to not add another screen and just go out and completely bring it back in the YouTube. There's free whippings, Morg. Yep. Apparently, the chat rats like to whip those tails. Nope, it's me, Katie. I fixed it, though. I think we should be good. Let's go. Let's see if it works now.
With respect to the time that you were at the waterfall, did you
Let me
speak with
know.
Mr. O'Keefe?
What the heck? I may have to start a stream over then with my laptop. I don't know what the issue is here. I'm going to get frustrated though if that's the case because I don't want to go back to that tiny ass screen. Hold on. Let me try something. Okay. Okay. I have closed out YouTube right now. Is my voice glitching right now? Let me know if my voice glitches at all in the next minute or whatever. Where's there a whip? There's a way, just like the singing cartoon orc said. Yep. Whip your tail on the morgie. Uh-oh. Okay, good now? Okay. So we're going to start this over. And then if we still have problems, I may have to end this one and start over on my laptop. But hopefully, cross our fingers, if I just start from scratch with Windows and opening and stuff, we'll be good. Because it seemed okay until I started playing around with my email and ChatGPT. Now I have everything closed except for StreamYard. So bear with me while I pull back up YouTube. Shut up, Lily. Okay, here we go. I didn't get to. I only caught his last like 20 minutes or so, or 30 minutes. I got to go back and watch it. Okay, so let's see how this works.
Talked about.
Yes, his niece had just gotten into Bishop Ian.
Is it okay? Is it
Yes.
okay? And if it's
Do you recall what, if anything, you
glitchy or not glitchy?
Yes.
and what was it?
Karen had shared a little bit of frustration that morning. Or one morning she had taken Kaylee to Dunkin' Donuts and John, was frustrated, didn't, saying, don't take her. She's going to, make a habit of it, meaning like she's going to come to expect it every day. And then we just talked about how, challenging it is with kids. And, she mentioned that that's kind of all they have a fight about. And I said, yeah, well, welcome to parenthood, and, she just was a little bit frustrated. Felt like the family needed to be doing more to help, and she just wished she had, more time, just her and John.
Awesome.
But again, it was just, girlfriend to girlfriend kind of venting.
Thank you,
As
guys.
far as Mr. O'Keefe was concerned, what, if any, observations did you make as to how he was dressed?
Baseball hat, jeans. That's what I remember.
Do you recall any sort of winter coat or heavier coat or anything like that?
No.
Now, over the course
Oh, are you
of
talking about
the
Aiden's
evening
chat?
of
Yeah.
waterfall, what, if any, discussion
I
was
barely
there?
ever chat in his
Group
chat
as
because
far as
it's too fast. You can't
going
really
somewhere next or what to do?
can't really say anything to anyone. You just miss it.
Karen had asked Chris if we could go up to D&E. She wanted to go up to D&E and have him cook some food.
And was that something that was brought up by the defendant once, more than once, or something?
Many times.
And what was sort of the response from the group in regard to going to
Definitely has some good ones, Sarah.
So Brian, Chris, and Matt do this annual weight loss challenge every year, and it was in the midst of that. So they were like, no, we can't go up there. We're not going to eat. We'll do it another time.
Now, following that conversation, what, if any, other
Right, Joy?
Why did you go to the waterfall in the first place?
So she can remember
So
it.
I went to meet
Lying
my
her
sister
ass
Nicole. She was heading there because she was going to go have a drink with her. Her son was going to have some friends and then meet out. So I was going to meet them for a drink for my nephew's birthday.
To be fair, that nephew was Brian Albert Jr., is that right?
Yes.
Did Brian Albert Jr. ever show up at the waterfall that evening?
He did not, no.
You know why not?
Brian suffers from anxiety, and during that time period, he was really struggling.
So he decided to stay home.
Just decided to stay home, yes.
And so after the discussion about going over
And this is going to be, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not want to be rude. I'm not trying to say this in any way, shape, or form because MS is a lot of times a silent disease. My mom had it, as you guys know. Those of you who have listened to me talk about my mom and her struggles. In everything that I've seen of Jen McCabe, I haven't seen a single thing where, my mom, when I was younger, this is why it's hard to compare. And this is why I'm not saying it. I'm not saying she doesn't have it, does have it. It is a silent disease a lot of the time, where only your closest people can see what you deal with when you have symptoms and that. But I wonder, I'm truly wondering, like, what this is what I'm going to ask. What, has anyone heard her talk about what kind of symptoms she suffers from, or what it's like? Has she ever talked about her experience with MS? I'm just wondering, because I'd just like to see it. And this is in no way, like I said, no way accusing her of saying she doesn't have it. That's not what I meant. I'm curious because there's certain things too that I can play a role in someone's memory and anxiety and testimony if she truly has multiple sclerosis, and I want to take that into account. So I just wondered if there's anywhere that she has mentioned it, talked about it, or anything like that where I can look it up. Not that I know of, okay? If anybody does see anything about it, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
And then indication of not going over, what, if any, other discussion was had as to where people were going or what was happening after leaving Waterfall?
Brian Albert, Sr., just made a general, hey, I'm going to go home, have a drink with Brian if anyone would like to come.
And was that something that was just to certain people, or was it expressed at the table, or how was that expressed?
It was expressed to everyone, like, hey, we're going to go back home, have a beer with Brian if anyone would like to come.
Now, after that was sort of put out to the table, what, if any, discussion did you have in regard to that with either Mr. O'Keefe, Ms. Reed, or both?
Both of them. I said, oh, you guys should come. Do you want to come?
And did they indicate that that was something that they wanted to do, or did they indicate that they were coming?
They both wanted to come, and they said they were coming, yes.
Now, when you left the waterfall,
Mhm.
who, if anyone, left with you or left at the same time?
I believe I walked out with Karen. I know I walked out with Karen, and I believe
So nice here. I had to open
Miss
my windows.
Boakidis as well.
Prior to you leaving, your sister.
Have a great day, Maylin.
Her husband, Brian, had they left prior to you leaving?
Yes,
And so you're walking out with the defendant and Ms. Boakidis, is that right?
yes.
And when you were walking out with them, what, if anything, was
And-
that sort of conversation?
Oh, hold on, Sarah.
Well, Matt,
And that's where I'm at. And that's why, because I know what my mom went through. I mean, this is like, let me tell you a story. I don't know if I told this one already, but when I was little, my mom, obviously she had a handicap sticker because she couldn't walk distances. She had 80% numbness in her feet. When I was 6 years old, she was told she'd never walk again. And 6 months later, after that, she's like, dude, I have 2 kids. Screw that. I'm going to walk. And she walked. She walked with, after she got a wheelchair, she walked with a cane for quite a while. Then she lost the cane. She'd use it now and then when she had her bad days. And then she didn't use any sort of assistant device until her walker about 3 years before she passed. Because then her neuropathy in her feet got so bad, it wasn't even the numbness, it was the pain. But when I was little, she had her handicap sticker, and my mom would park in handicap spots, obviously, because she couldn't do walk the distance of a parking lot. And I can't even remember how many times people would be like, would scream at her, like, you don't look like you need a handicap sticker. Why are you parking in a handicap sticker? Like that kind of shit. So when I tell you I know that it's a silent disease, I know, okay? Like I am not judging one way or the other. However, I also know it's another one of those diseases that's easy to technically fake because it is silent. You don't see it. So unfortunately, people that take advantage of situations like that, or want sympathy, or look for some way to make excuses for behavior or whatever, they use things like that, like diseases like MS or something that where if you don't necessarily look sick, doesn't mean you're not sick. And that's why it's hard for me to even say out loud because of what I went through, my mom went through really, but what I witnessed my mom go through. But that's why I'm truly curious to hear if she's ever said anything about it, because I'm sure that I could truly get some sense into if it was real or not by what she says and talks about. And if it's the case, and that's where I'm literally like, I'm trying to give her a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, as much as I know she already lied. But if she truly has MS and she has certain symptoms of MS and they affect her memory, brain, and things, because that's what MS does. If a lot of you don't know, if any of you don't know what multiple sclerosis does to the body, I can gladly, and actually I might do that maybe tomorrow. In addition to my my psychology lesson, we'll do a quick lesson on multiple sclerosis, because it's it's another one of those diseases that not too many, they know the name, they don't know anything about it. So I'd love to spread awareness. I used to walk for MS every year until I couldn't do the walking anymore because of my surgeries. And it's until I was diagnosed with CRPS, my doctors, my neurologist who takes care of my migraines was concerned that I had MS, and I've never been truly, diagnosed with it like that. But this year, when I got my diagnosis and everything I dealt with, I'm thankful, because what MS does to the inside of your spine and your brain, the lesions it causes, it's bad. But anyway, let's get off that topic before I do start crying today. Hey, Kazi. Thanks for coming. Angie, thank you for coming. Hey, girl. Sorry I dropped off the other night, sweetheart, but I will gladly join you any other time you want. And you can come and join me anytime you want. One of my good friends has MS. She's early 30s. She has only ever had a couple episodes, but on a daily basis, you would never know. Exactly. Although that could and will most likely change with time. Exactly. And that's it. MS is, it's symptomatic, which means, and especially if you have remitting MS, where you have kind of like, it's like going through remission. It's remitting, I think it's called, or remission, RRMS, where you go through bouts of no symptoms and then you relapse almost, and you go through I always use the wrong word with that, but then you have time, but these time frames can vary. They can be days and they can be years. And MS is so unpredictable that it's hard to manage. Even with the medications that are out there now, it is a very, very difficult disease to manage. My friend is my age and has it. It is like lupus. It's different, but it is. It's an autoimmune disease. Yeah. May not see it doesn't mean you don't feel it. 100% Joy. Kazi, thank you so much for coming. Hope you're doing good. Reason I think she has it is because Karen Reed has said that they would talk about it, and that was way before any of this happened. Okay, see, I didn't know that. So that's why I wanted to know. Like I want, and more than just and like I said, it's not even necessarily that I didn't believe her. It's more that, if she has it, I would love to know like her symptoms, what kind of experience she has, what type of multiple sclerosis she has. Does she have the brain lesions? Is it affecting her brain? Do I take this into account in how she testifies? That's where my mind's going with this. Hey, hippie chick, thanks for coming. You guys are amazing. Oh, of course. Angie, of course you can. Oh, Angie, hold on a second. Yes, you're a mod already. Yes, Angie, of course you can share the link. Someone who has it when it's rough on her. These autoimmune diseases that are allowed to other people because it's on the inside of the body, and the pain that you can suffer from it, and the numbness, and then the depression that comes with it, all of it is internal. And if you don't show it on the outside, no one would know. Hippie chick. Oh, that's lupus. Yeah. God bless you. They're hard diseases, so hard to manage to deal with on a daily basis. You never know when symptoms are going to flare up. It's terrible. Okay, Joy, have a good walk with the doggies. He's always live. Hey, Cassie, if you're still here, follow me on Twitter so I can message you. I barely use it, but I tried to post at Makasi or whatever so that you would follow me, but you didn't, so I could send you a DM because I can't send you a DM, I guess, until you follow me back or whatever. I don't use the Twitch bot much, rarely do I use it. So I really don't even know how it works, but someone, Danny and them, I think explained it to me the other night that you have to follow me back to message you. I get the same for, let's see, you can't see my ICD, drop foot, have amputated toes, need to have surgery on my groin, both sides and legs again, keep putting it off. Oh God, Scott, I'm so sorry. Oof. Yeesh. I've had both my hips replaced and it's, and the CRPS that I have after the right hip surgery, it's excruciating. And I'm so sorry. And that drop foot, I had a drop foot. It was temporary because of the issues I was having prior to the hip replacement. And how many times I would fall, you wouldn't believe. I had people thinking I was getting beat because I always had bruises and scratches on my face and arms because I constantly fell. I go in towel land to see how long I can last before my heart wants to explode. Yeah, Kazi, my X handle is I think it's close to the same, but hold on, let me check. It's just with 2 7s. So it's Miss Scarlet 77. And it's got my old anime picture. I'll allow it, Morg. Oh, thank you, Kazi. I think I finally caught up on the chat. Sorry, guys. I got so behind in talking about the MS and my mom. Hey, if anyone has a wrench in mind and doesn't want one, let me know and I'll just take it off. That'd be me. I don't want a wrench. I can't pay attention to the chat enough to want a wrench. That's how I am, Kitty. When I'm just sitting there watching, I have to make comments to what's being said. Now, whether I get a response or not, I really don't care. I just have to put my opinion out there. Barbara, it's you guys. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I guess I can get my tiny grift that I have going on out of the way. If anyone would like to help support my channel, send me a late B-Day gift, whichever. I have PayPal, which is in the ticker at the bottom. I have the QR code in the top right corner. And I also have Chime. If anyone else has Chime, my Chime handle is in the my bio description. And while we listen to Jen McCabe's testimony, I'm going to sign up for that Buy Me a Coffee thing. I just never knew how to do it. So I will add that as soon as I have an account for it. Sometimes I'm just talking. See, me too. I mean, because in some of them, especially like we were talking earlier about Turtle Boy's chats, his chat flies by so fast that half the time, even if I respond to somebody, I don't expect them to see it because it's like it goes by so fast. It's so easy to miss, you know? You have a match with the lawyer you blow later. I don't know who they are. I wish it wasn't until even just like in the last couple of weeks that I learned certain people have like two or three handles and they're the same person, and I never knew that. So yeah. Cassie followed you, Angie. You can't chat. Come on, we're all Gen X here, aren't we? Pretty much. That's why it's so good. All right, so let's get back to, let's get back to Jen McCabe. And if anyone didn't see or is just joining me today, we do pictures of the day. I take requests. Joy got her request today of Jen McCabe, or it's up whoever's testifying that day. We make fun chat GPT pictures. Joy got her requested the Jen McCabe at Chloe's mouth, and that's what I did. But unfortunately, so I don't screw up my stream again on my desktop I'm using for the first time for StreamYard, rewind. I'm not sure what the time mark is. Someone can probably tell you, but rewind until you see a picture of her with the Chloe's mouth. It's awesome. We're gonna make all these pictures of the day my emojis when I get monetized. I just need, if anyone would like to share, please, and if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do, and then please hit the like button. Appreciate you. You're the 280s kids. What are you talking about? I just turned 47 yesterday. $34.12. Okay, that's the time mark. Thank you. Anyone wants to see the picture of the day of Jen McCabe? It is at time marker 34 minutes and 12 seconds. Cassie, 1973. I'm 1979. It's close enough. All right. Let's get back to Jen McCabe and see where where we get to today.
and John were still inside. So at one point I was figuring, because, you know, Matt can talk to anyone and God knows how long he was going to stay in there. So I was just like, hey, why don't you drive me? And they can meet us.
John Talker, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, as far as the car that you had parked there before, where was that parked in relation to what?
I believe I had to kind of walk straight out
When the parking lot?
in the parking lot. Yes.
And after you had exited from the waterfall, at some point did you observe Mr. O'Keefe? come out of the-
Yes.
Well,
he did.
and
we're all gonna
you had a conversation
enjoy our shower with you,
in the
Katie.
parking lot while you were out there?
I believe briefly, Karen, him, and I all spoke. Yes.
You recall briefly what you spoke about?
Them coming back to Fairview.
Hippie chick, would it be
And,
1973?
after the two of you parted
maybe?
ways, did you observe where Mr. O'Keefe and the defendant went?
I just saw them take like they walked left, I walked straight.
And if one were to walk left in the direction they were walking, where would that bring them?
Washington Street, the main street.
So you went over then to your car in the parking lot?
Yes.
That
While
handle,
you were in your car in
so-
the parking lot, well, let me ask
so
you,
good.
when you walked out of
The handles
waterfall,
people come up with
what
are
did you think
freaking
about the
crazy.
weather from when you had walked?
It had started to snow.
And as far as the snow was concerned, what was that initial point when you walked out of the waterfall? Had it accumulating or anything like that?
Yes, I would say, you know, it was starting to cover the car, so you'd have to put your windshield wipers on to clear it.
So you didn't have to get the scraper out or anything like that, just
Her ear is in her
Click on the
handle,
windshield wipers.
silly.
I probably was lazy and just rolled the windows down to get it off the windows.
and so you're in the car at for some period of time waiting for your husband, correct?
Yes.
And about how long is it that you're waiting for your husband before he comes?
Actually, it wasn't long. I think I turned the car on and then I saw him walking and I pulled up.
Hey, Jeannie.
And while you're waiting for your husband or shortly after he
Thanks for
gets
coming.
to the car, what if any communication did you receive that?
I received a text from John saying where to.
And with respect
Oh my God,
to that, did you
Katie.
respond-
Oh my God. I've not even seen that one.
Did you respond, if at all, to?
I was driving, so I called him.
And when you called him, if you know, was that something that was done through Bluetooth with regard to the car, or?
Yes, it would have been because it was my phone and I was driving. So I would have had it over the car.
Uh-oh.
your phone was-
Lawyer, you blow is on the enemies list?
Yes, I
Why?
plugged it in when I got it. I always plug my phone in when I get in.
Oh,
if I'm
Joy, you're all
driving.
good.
And with your husband in the car, it's fair to say that he could hear both sides of the conversation as far as you and Mr.
Yes,
And so that initial key, is that done while you're driving?
yes.
And what, if anything, were you telling him as far as that initial call?
He had asked for he said where to. I gave him the address. And then I believe I, you know, just started giving him directions. And I actually think Matt spoke over me and was saying, go this way, go this way. And then I said, yeah, you just go down to Fairview. It's at the bottom.
And so as far as the directions, do you recall anything specifically about what you told O'Keefe the directions were?
Well, he actually called
Email
back
Matt.
a second time.
Thanks for
And
coming.
when he called back a second time,
Oh, wait.
I-
Well, Blow is a woman? I thought it was a man, too. I think that's the one. I swear. Is it? They're a man. They're a woman? I'm so confused. Oh my God. Oh my God, Melmac, I have to say this only because the other night I was in the expert and the expert said you looked like the girl from Fifth Element in this picture. And now every time I see that picture, that's what I see. What's a Balrog? Balrog. I know you and Moore talk about this. I don't know. I'm a loser. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Come and get me, Lori, you blow. Yeah, I thought it was a guy. I thought it was a guy this whole time. Okay, I'll run Scott. There you go, Scott. So we know 100% that it's a woman. Does anyone know? I mean, someone just said it's a woman, right? I'm so confused. He brought candles. Yay! Our chat fridge is full today. I'll have to make emojis of our chat fridge and everything in it. Okay, so Balrogs are powerful corrupted mire of the fire variety and existed before the world was made by the music of Aner. Okay. Excuse me if I'm more confused now. Oh boy. You got wrenched by Danny yesterday? Aw. Like, I'm sorry. I would be a bad mod. I wouldn't be able to pay attention to the chat enough to be a mod. So I appreciate every single one of you who has accepted to be a mod for me. I don't want one. I will kick myself out. I'm the same way, Joy. I don't want one. Lord Morg created Balrogs. I gotcha. Hail Morg. That's why I don't ask them what they talk about. Well, I sure learned my lesson, didn't I? Oh boy. All right, Jen McCabe, I guess you can start talking again.
It was by a friend's house, one of his niece and my daughter's friend. And I said, oh, it's right, go past Bella's Street. It's at the bottom of the hill.
And before we get to that, just as far as that initial phone call, essentially Fairview Road, you're familiar with?
Yes.
And it's where your sister lives with her family, correct? If I could just ask, with regards to your sister's husband, Brian, how long have you known him?
Since I was in kindergarten, a very long time.
So they had dated for some period of time before they got married, and they've been married for some period.
Yeah, she had a crush on him for years. Then they dated, I think, for 10 years and before they got married. So yeah, they've been together most of my life.
So you're familiar with Fairview in the sense that there's on one end of it is Chapman and one end of it is Cedar Crest, right?
Thank you, Hippie Chick.
And just in that.
Now you can battle people for me.
Mr. O'Keefe, you and your husband are looking in order to get on the chair.
Go to Chapman.
Now, see, Barbara, I read the books. I enjoyed the books, but I still have never movies. I haven't wanted to. A lot of times for me, the movies ruin the books.
How long a drive is that going from the waterfall to Fairview Road?
Approximately 5+ minutes, depending on the lights.
Now, if you're
Thank you, Hippie Chick.
indicating you're indicating two sides come down Chapman, and you said
Jeannie, thank you.
towards the end in that direction.
The end of Fairview, the bottom of Fairview.
And that's to my point as far as the bottom. With any kind of incline or decline, or how does it?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to keep my cool with her, dude. Oh my
It's a
god.
hill.
And the hill goes down, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that somewhat of a precipitous? How would you describe the hill?
Because
Well,
the
first
minute
hill,
I ask her one
it's
question,
steep and then
that
flattens a
you
little,
would
and then there's
obviously
another hill.
lie
But
about,
the second long.
So it was actually
I would probably go off.
going down, right?
Yes.
Now,
Woohoo! Thank you guys.
Second
Thank
call,
you,
Mr.
hippie
O'Keefe
chick.
then called you.
Yes.
And about how much time elapsed between when you first talked to Mr. O'Keefe and the second?
Approximately 4 or 5 minutes tops.
During either call that you had with Mr. O'Keefe, could you hear anything? You had it on Bluetooth, right?
Yes.
Could you tell whether or not he was connected to a Bluetooth?
Oh, you did, Angie? Okay, hold on.
I couldn't know.
And as far as when you were speaking to Mr. O'Keefe, did he express an intent that he was going to the house at Fairview?
Yes, he was driving there and he was trying to find it.
And when he indicated that he was trying to find it, was he expressing that in singular or plural or something else?
No, more general, like where is it type.
Did he make any reference during the time that you were talking to him to anyone he was with?
No.
And now, as far as the second call,
Yes, definitely. I just sent you a message back, Angie. Yes, for sure. I would love to.
Our my daughter and his niece's very close friend lives on a side street off of Fairview. So I just said go past Bella's Street, and it's at the bottom.
And Bella is someone that's through his niece, John O'Keefe would have known, correct?
Correct.
Now, at this time, what if any relationship were you aware of between Bella's mother and John O'Keefe?
They had dated brief.
I'm going to allow it.
They had dated.
Now, was that sort of the substance of the conversation that you had with Mr. O'Keefe? In that second phone.
Katie.
Yes.
Now, after that second phone call, did you speak to Mr. O'Keefe on the phone at any point in time after that?
No.
Now, you arrived at the house on Fairview. Do you recall where you parked when you got there?
Yes, pulled into the driveway.
And the driveway at the house of Fairview essentially has two garage doors. Is that correct?
Yes.
So it widens out as you get to the top close to the house.
Yes.
Do you recall where in relation to the driveway was parked when you got there?
I just remember pulling in. There's definitely a car in front of me. There possibly could have been a car to the left.
You exit the vehicle, go into the house, correct?
Correct.
When you get to the house, who, if anyone, you observe?
When I walk in, Caitlin, Albert, Brian, Albert. Nicole was in the kitchen wiping the counters because she's always cleaning. And Brian, Albert and Brian Higgins were in the ICT room here just standing and talking.
And ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm just having a little trouble hearing you.
Oh, okay.
That microphone, you can adjust that any way you want. So anywhere you want to put that.
Okay.
Thank you. And so when you come into the house, where would you mention the table? Where were people sitting?
In the kitchen.
Now, with respect to what was going on at the house throughout the course of the evening.
I sat at the table and I just spoke to Brian and Katie and the two girls most of the night.
And just so we're clear, when you're talking about Brian, that's Brian Albert Jr. or Little Brian?
Yeah, little Brian. Yeah, little Brian.
Now, as far as at any point in time when you were at the house, you familiar with the gentleman named someone named Colin Albert?
I am, yes.
How do you know?
He is my friend's son and my sister's nephew.
Your friend Julie.
I wish
Yes,
you
and my friend Julie.
the best of luck doing that.
Or two apart, and we've kind of they've done everything together. They're very good friends.
It's awesome,
When
Joy.
you were there on that early morning, did you see Colin Albert at all?
No.
Your dog there, Allie, at any point in time?
No,
Were you aware at any point in time in that early morning hour that you were there, that your daughter had been there at any point in time? Prior?
Sustained.
With reference to the home, at any point in time, did John O'Keefe ever come inside the house?
no.
During the time that you were there, let me ask more specifically about how long a period of time was it that you were there, about what time did you leave?
I believe I left approximately around 1:30, 1:45, approximately.
And do you know about what time it was that you arrived there?
I'd say approximately somewhere between 12:18.
Now, similar to what I asked about the waterfall, as far as the sort of mood, demeanor inside the house, what if anything do you recall?
Good. Everybody was in a good mood. There was no Brian and Brian were talking. My sister was cleaning. I was talking with the kids. You know, just a normal night.
Just a normal mom.
You were in
Just a normal night.
area for the time that you were there. Did you see anybody or observe anybody from the group that you just described go anywhere else in the house as far as away from so Julie Nagel going outside? Did you see anybody else go upstairs, downstairs, to the basement area, or anywhere else in the house?
No.
Now, given that when you were in the car and you were driving, you hooked your phone up to the charger, is that right?
Yes.
Do you recall charging your phone at any point in time when you were at your sister's house on Fairview that night?
I don't recall.
You mentioned Julie Nagel, Sarah Levinson. Were those people that you knew prior to that night of the 28th?
I was familiar with who Sarah Levinson was, maybe had run into her at different points. Julie Nagel was closer to Brian, so I would see her. I think she's dog sat for me when I've been away. Like Brian will do it, but then if he's not available, Julie will do it. I don't know if she had dog sat before then, right after then, but I was definitely familiar with Julie. And she possibly could have dog sat for me prior to that.
And
Could have
now with
possibly.
reference,
You don't know?
there was also someone there by the name of Brian Higgins. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that is also someone who was there prior to you getting there. Is that right?
Yes.
Hey, who
And
crosses
did
Ben
you know
in the first
about
trial?
Higgins, or did you know him prior?
Yannetti or Alan Jackson?
I had met him a few times. He's Brian Albert's friend.
So other than being your brother-in-law's friend, that Julie went outside, correct?
Yes.
Nagel went outside.
Yes.
And do you know what she was going outside for?
Yes. Her brother had come to pick her up. And so she was going to go tell him, try to get him to come in.
And what, if any, conversations you have with Ms. Nagel or Ms. Levinson in regards to their going home prior to Ms. Nagel going out and talking to her brother?
Objection.
I asked, does anyone know who cross-examines Jen McCabe in the first trial? Is it Yannetti or Alan Jackson? Alan for both. Okay, thank you. I knew Alan did the first one or the second one, but obviously since I haven't seen this one, I didn't know. And I know I've seen clips of this, but I couldn't remember who was cross-examining her in the clips that I saw. Thank you, guys. That's what I'm excited for.
What, if anything, had you said to Ms. Nagel prior to her going
Well, Allian is what a trial. Do not make what, if anything, a drinking game. Okay? Okay.
Now, if you know about how long was Ms. Nagel outside?
I was sitting at the table, and then my nephew had said another car was out there.
And after your nephew said that, what, if anything, did you do? Leads, and as far as the front door was concerned, is there any sort of other door that's, is it just sort of the wooden front door, or is there another door in front?
The door was open, so it was just a storm door.
The storm door is made out of glass.
Barbara.
Yes.
So when you went over to the storm door and looked out, what, if anything?
I saw a vehicle.
Can you describe the vehicle that you saw?
I saw a dark SUV.
Well, don't blame me if you're freaking higher than a kite already.
Any observations of where she was when you looked outside?
I kind of just looked at the vehicle, and then I kind of over to this side. But then once I saw the vehicle, I took out my phone and I texted John.
And just so we're clear, as far as when you say this side, so you're standing at the storm door,
Mhm.
see the vehicle, and where's the vehicle in relation to you and where you're standing at the top?
It was straight ahead.
headlights that you were saying is sort of off to the side. From your perspective, looking out at the street, is that right or something else?
Left.
And
Sarah made you a new handle, Barbara.
Did you tell anything else about it as far as the make, the model, or did you recognize it at all?
No.
Now, at this time on January 29th, 2022, were you familiar with any sort of vehicles that Mr. O'Keefe had?
Yes.
And what kind of vehicles?
Gosh, I don't know the brand. It's, you know, it was a small SUV type.
You call like what color it was?
His might have been grayish. I'm not 100% sure.
And any other vehicles that he may have had?
Yes, he had this old-fashioned car that he loved, but Kaylee is so embarrassed of it. But yeah, he had that as well.
Now, as far as Miss Reed was concerned, were you familiar with what kind of vehicle she had at that time?
Yes.
And what kind of vehicle were you generally aware of her driving?
She had a Lexus.
And was that a sedan or an SUV or what kind of vehicle?
I think it was like a small SUV.
Now, the vehicle that you saw outside of the residence when you looked at the storm door, was that consistent with what you knew Miss Reed to be driving?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm pouring some pop. I'm not peeing.
One exit that vehicle or come out of that vehicle at all?
No.
Certainly never somebody at the vehicle and walk over inside the house.
Just
As far as that vehicle when you first saw it, could you tell whether or not it was running or anything like that?
It was running. Yes, I could. You know, I could tell it was running. It had the tail light. I could see the red. Okay, sorry.
Now, in addition to the taillights that you saw, can you see the headlights or anything like that?
Yes, the headlights were on.
And as far as the interior of the vehicle, were there any lights on inside the vehicle that you saw at any point in time?
No.
And as far as the windows of the vehicle, what, if anything, did you observe as far as their coloration? Was it tint or anything like that that you saw?
Didn't observe. No.
Now, you see the vehicle sort of straight ahead of the front door, and then you pull out your phone to text Mr. O'Keefe, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall what you texted to him at that point?
I think I said here, question mark.
Sarah, may I approach?
yes.
Those pages that I've just placed before you.
Yeah,
do you
because he's
recognize,
just
the
crazy.
I do.
I'd be
What do you recognize those?
or Joy, who were on
Text messages between my and John.
And from that time period of the early morning of January 29th to the morning of January 29th.
Yes.
And what's contained in those is that a fair and accurate portrayal of the content. With reference to Mr. O'Keefe, this is someone that you knew and you had his information put into your phone as far as contact.
Oh, I'm sure
Yes.
I have to check. You're going to have a TKO within
Contact
2 minutes.
Or specifically that morning when you had left the waterfall and you talked to him on the phone, you called him and who answered? You called the contact that you had as John O'Keefe, correct?
Yes.
Okay, who answered the phone?
John.
Okay. And then the contacts that you had put in as John O'Keefe called you and you answered, and who was on the other line?
John.
John, may I approach?
Yes.
Almost introduce in a minute.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is subject to what we talked about inside. That's exhibit maybe.
Yeah, it's funny. Katie says, clearly you sound so Michigan. My husband, I thought you were showering. Why do you have pop in the bathroom after you yelled about pouring pop? He thought it was me talking. Because apparently us in Michigan and some of Ohio are the only people apparently that call, Coca-Cola and Pepsi and soda pop. We call it pop. Okay. It's easy. It's pop. It's, Will the Glare, it was one of the first comments he ever put on screen of mine. He made me literally spit out pop from my mouth and my nose. I went to take a sip of my pop and he said something so freaking funny that just pop went spraying everywhere. So I made that comment. I was like, you just made me spit pop everywhere. And he pulls it up on screen and he's like, oh, you must be from Michigan. And I'm like, dude, are we seriously the only state that says pop? I mean, I knew people in the South called it soda or soda pop, but I thought more than Michigan said pop, just pop. I mean, it's so much easier to say pop. Why say soda pop? It's pop or Coke. Oh, that's right. Katie's in the shower. That was her husband making that comment. Oh, it's pop in Indiana too. Okay, so see, it's not just Michigan, but apparently everybody knows I'm from Michigan. When I say pop, they automatically assume it's Michigan. So they were right, but I'm like, we can't be the only state that calls it pop. Hearing pop sounds weird. Sarah, aren't you from Michigan? Come on now. I can't believe you say soda and you're from Michigan. Shame on you. Soda is West New York? Okay, I can't call it that though because my ex called it his grandpa pop and I would picture him, so I trained myself to say soda. I can understand that one, Barbara. Katie, I was laughing so hard. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was the YouTube stream, not me. It's like, she said pop. Well, it's funny. I bought a 2-liter when I was out yesterday because I haven't done my grocery shopping and I don't normally like buying pop like in small, like 2 liters and that. I normally get like a 24 pack when they're on sale at Meijer's because they're like, it's like $11 right now for a 24 pack at Meijer's. But I didn't get a chance to go grocery shopping, so I just bought a 2-liter. And I knew, I was like, I unscrewed the cap and I'm like, I went to pour it in my glass and I'm like, that doesn't sound good. I just didn't want you guys thinking I was peeing into the speaker. The first time someone called it pop when I was a kid, I thought they were talking about a lollipop. Yeah. Even the cups at the gas stations say pop. Yep. It's been 9 years. Well, 9 years? That's it? And you already say soda? I don't think, even if I spent 9 years somewhere down there or anywhere that didn't say pop, I would ever change it. It's pop. It's so much easier to just say pop. Malnak, you say soda in Chicago, but most everyone else says pop. Okay, so see, yeah, Indiana, Illinois, at least parts of Illinois say pop. See, okay, it's not just Michigan. See, yeah, here in New York, we call it soda. Here in Texas, they call it Coke. Yeah, I knew that too. Like, that's why I said Coke is, I can accept Coke. Like, because even if you get a Pepsi, you know, most people want a Coke or say Coke, and they're like, oh, well, is Pepsi okay? Like, yeah, I guess if that's all you got. I sure prefer Coke, but you miss Vernors and Meijer's. Yeah, I can't believe you don't have Vernors out there. That's so crazy. And I love Meijer. Meijer's, so Meijer is like the best store ever. Anything you need, you can get at Meijer, and they are way more, I'm trying to say this politely. They are way more organized than Walmart. I guess that's a nice way to put it. Like, I hate going to Walmart. Or no, yeah, Walmart. I can't stand it. Like, it's so crowded and so disorganized. The whole store, it drives me nuts. Nothing makes someone with a Michigan brain more confused than when we are in the South and they say, I'll have a Diet Coke. And they say, what kind of Diet Coke? What? If someone said that to me, I'm like, what? Are you having a stroke? What do you mean, what Diet Coke? Diet Coke. How do you answer that if you want a Diet Coke? What's the answer to that? Diet Coke? Like, if I wanted a Diet Sprite, I'd say a Diet Sprite. So weird. Hey, Shelly. Thanks for coming. Here in Texas, they say, do you want a Coke? And I'm like, yeah. And they say, what kind? And I'm like, a Coke. See, exactly. What, duh. Like, what? How are you supposed to answer that then? Like, if you really want a Coke, are you supposed to say, oh, a Coca-Cola? Like, why do you have to stretch it out? Why can't you just say Coke? I want a Coke. If I wanted a Sprite, I'd say Sprite. Or if I wanted a Dr. Pepper or whatever, I'd say that. Soda in Hawaii. Okay, like I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Will was pissed when I said I say soda in Chicago. He thought I was lying. Yeah, because I think like I said, he just as soon as I said the word pop, he goes, "Oh, you must be from Michigan." Like Michigan is not the only state, seriously, that says pop. Yeah, I agree, Jeannie. Ironically enough, when I used to drink diet, I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia when I was 13. So when I was I don't know, I'd say I didn't really drink pop after I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia. I really stayed away from sugar because my doctor scared the what out of me, that it would turn into diabetes. So I really took it seriously even at 13. So and I still to this day, I only have a tendency to go hypoglycemic. I've always watched my sugar intake, and but I drank Diet Pepsi for years. I couldn't stand Diet Coke. Now Diet Pepsi then changed their diet makeup or recipe like in 2017 or 18, and it was disgusting. And I couldn't stand Diet Coke. So I just went back to regular Coke, and now that's what I drink. Because I still don't drink a whole lot of pop. I drink mostly water and juice. But my pop is my caffeine and my sugar sweet, treat. Yeah. I got you, Joy. Yeah. Some booger sugar. You just came back from Meyer. Yeah, we have Kroger, or K. Rogers, as some people call it for some reason. I don't know. It's Kroger. Yeah, I hate Walmart. I can't stand Walmart. It's so disorganized, too many people, 100%. And I'll be honest, it's not as clean as Myers. It's just not. They don't take as good of care as the store itself. Yeah, but that's what I don't get, Katie, going back to what everybody's saying. Like, if you order a Coke, then if you want a Coke, what do you say then when you say what kind of Coke? A Coke. Like, do you have to say Coca-Cola then if you want a Coke? I will, Sarah. You don't have Tim Hortons either? What the fuck? We're a bunch of cokeheads. I just realized what I said. Yeah. Just so everyone knows, we're talking about Coca-Cola Coke, not the other kind. Oh my God. Are you serious? I didn't know that. In Canada, when they say I'm so pissed, it means you're drunk. Cracks me up every time. Oh my God. I say I'm so pissed all the time. People must think I'm like, yeah. Wow. And I don't even drink alcohol. Very rarely. That's too funny. Yeah, it was disgusting, Barbara. That whatever they did to they changed because they were trying to get away from that aspartame, that the fake sugar that they used because of all these studies, and I could go on and on about that. I researched those studies, but that's another topic. But yeah, it was totally disgusting, and I mean, I'm not. You know, that's had some more technical difficulties. I was in the midst of laughing at something that Joy said, and my computer went all haywire. This one. You guys can hear me, I hope, right? Hey, Fresh Brown Eyes. If anyone can just oh, yes. Okay, thank you, Barbara. Sorry about that. But you guys, I was saying that you guys got me laughing like you do every day. I appreciate you all. So behind. Let's catch up. Miss Scarlet was a heart. Now she's a, what is that? Why can't I never tell what these, even on my big monitor? Is that a robot? Is that what I sounded like? Oh no, did she swipe left? Yeah, the interwebs, they took me away, but I'm back now. Oh. Yeah, Nurse Kim, she always like in her the AI background that she uses. I can't wait to go on camera. I am gonna do it soon. I just need to plan ahead. I may do it actually tomorrow for our Sunday night psych lesson, if I can. Yeah, Jeannie, that's where I could get into it, like what the studies show and the true, but that's for another day. Wait, whoa, Katie, who are you talking about when you saw it? at lunch. I'm like, what happened last night? Why were you upset? She's like, huh? I don't remember a thing. Duh, because she was drunk, not mad. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, sorry. I see your comment over here, Katie. I see it. Okay, so we have friends from the UK. We were in Mexico last year, and he told me his girlfriend was pissed last night. Naturally, I thought he made her mad, but turns out she was just drunk. Gotcha. Yeah, see, that's so weird. I say I'm so pissed when, especially watching the Hood Booger Crew and 5150. Oh my God. It makes me so pissed. Oh, Broken Baker. Thank you, Baker, for coming. Sorry, yeah, I'm having technical difficulties now and then because I finally got my desktop working. But my desktop, because it sat for so long and I was locked out of it for so long, I think it really hasn't done all the updates it needs to. So, but this is the first time I'm using it with StreamYard, so I'm having some issues here and there. Yeah, I can't stand when it gets dark at 4:30. And I'm enjoying the weather for my birthday weekend. It's very nice here. It's in the mid 60s. Today it's sunny. Yesterday it was cloudy and a little rainy in the morning, but it was still really nice. I love it like this. I have my windows open and I'm enjoying the fresh air. There's nothing better than after a cold winter, opening your windows to a warm day and just breathing in that fresh air after being in fake heat all the time. It's just a wonderful thing. Yeah, exactly. I like gaining the hour, but losing it sucks. Yeah, it is really nice today, isn't it, Maylin? I'm assuming your weather is pretty close to ours up here. All right, so let me try and pull up Jen McCabe again without losing ya. So hold on. One moment, please. All right, come on now. Share screen. Let's go. There we go. All right, so I am going to start hold on, let me make it full screen. Baker's here, and I see Baker didn't even say anything. I had full screen for him, and he was here when I had the stupid tech difficulties, and he didn't even get to see. I made it full screen for him and everything. All right, so here I'm going to start playing it. Everyone just let me know if there's any issues.
John.
You want me, April?
Yes.
We'll try again.
Correct.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody. Okay, Barbara. We'll see you when you get back. Have fun in your theme park community. That's cool. Have you ever been to Cedar Point? You'll have to let me know, Barbara. Cedar Point's awesome. I haven't been there in a while, but I love it. That brew stew channel I talked about in the beginning that does those cartoons, the ones he did on Cedar Point and the roller coasters, is so funny. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I love Cedar Point. I've never stayed at that hotel. We never stayed, like, if we ever stayed at a hotel, we stayed at the one down the street with the water park in the hotel. A lot cheaper and still had like a bunch of good stuff in it than staying on the property. But most of the time when I went to Cedar Point, we just drove there and drove home the same night. It's only a 2-hour drive from where I'm at. Not the Great Wolf Lodge. Nope. It's a smaller one. I'll look it up for you, Maylin. I'll let you know what it is. You can't boil an egg? I can teach you how to boil an egg. I can teach you how to boil the perfect egg, actually, Jeannie. Also, if you want it. I learned on the Food Channel or the Food Network. I love that. I love, oh my God, I have to check. Tournament of Champions should be coming out soon if it hasn't already. It always comes out around my birthday. Damn it. Hold on, guys. I clicked the cross, not the direct. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Cedar Point is in Sandusky, which is just outside Cleveland area. It was it's funny too because I was listening to another YouTuber that I like to watch her videos, and she is from Michigan too. She doesn't live in Michigan anymore, but we talked about Cedar Point and the Demon Drop. And the Demon Drop was one of the only rides I wouldn't go on. And when I watched that YouTuber yesterday, that Bruce do, and the three roller coasters he mentioned were the Magnum, which was the very first roller coaster, big roller coaster. The very first roller coaster I ever went on was the Blue Streak. And I'll tell you, oh my God, that was like the most horrible ride ever. It's so bumpy. It's the crappy little roller coaster. It's so old. And then the very next one was the Magnum. And I almost crapped my pants going up. I bawled my eyes out. And I'm not even afraid of heights. And the person next to me, my best friend at the time, she was afraid of heights. And she's calming me down. And she's like, just look out at the water. And so I did. And I'm bawling my eyes out. And then, of course, as soon as I got off, I'm like, yes, let's go again. That was awesome. And then the Millennium Force came out, and we sat in the very front seat. We waited the extra long time to sit in the very front seat. And oh my God, when you get over that hill and you look straight down, it looks like you're going to go right into the ground. But I'll tell you, it was fun. But the only other ride besides the Demon Drop, I wouldn't go on and still won't go on. I don't even know it's still there. It's been years since I've been there. I'm assuming it is, but is the Top Thrill Dragster. And as I was explaining yesterday why I wouldn't go on that is because if anyone doesn't know what the Top Thrill Dragster is, it's not even a real roller coaster. It's literally an arch. And I mean a very, very steep up and down. And oh, there's a Top Thrill too. Oh my God. See, I didn't even know that. Okay, so what happens is instead of you going up the hill really, really slow and then going down the hill really, really fast, you get in and the ride propels you forward and shoots you up the hill. So gravity will take hold and pull you down. Well, the ride doesn't always make it up the hill. So then you come back down backwards. And sometimes, rare occasions, but sometimes it gets you up the hill, but doesn't make enough weight over the hill for gravity to bring you down. So then you get stuck at the top. And I'm sorry, I got stuck in a ride when I was like 15, 16. No, I was 17. It was down in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta in 1996 for my senior year spring break. With a good friend of mine from high school. Her family had, we got free room and board. Her family lived down there. We paid $80 for standby tickets to fly down there. And we ended up flying first class on the way home, which was pretty sweet. But we got to see, because in 1996, the Olympics were in Atlanta. We got to see like where everything was being built and stuff. The Olympics obviously hadn't started when we had spring break, but we got to see it all being built and kind of walk around. It was really, really cool. But in that, we went to Six Flags when we were down there. And I got stuck on a ride, one of those ones that's kind of like the pirate that goes back and forth, but you're in like a cage because it goes up and down, back and forth until it actually takes you around, like you go around the whole thing. And we got stuck upside down. And it was a good 10 minutes. And when you are stuck upside down, and all that blood is rushing to your head and you're worried that you're gonna, it's never gonna end. Oh my God, it is the worst feeling in the world. And even if that top throw strikes or I got stuck up there and not upside down, I just never, ever, ever want to get stuck on a ride again. Thank you very much. And so that ride I refused to go on. The siren, I don't even know what that is. Like I said, I haven't been there since probably 2007, 18. Last time I went there was 2018. Yeah, it was bad. Like, I won't even go on swing rides anymore, like the pirate ship. Nope, I can't do it. Ever since I got stuck on that ride. I do roller coasters, I love them, but I can't do swing rides. I can't even do spin rides anymore. The older I got, the more. When I was little, I loved the spin rides. That's why I never went on roller coasters. And then I started riding roller coasters, and the older I got, the more the spin rides made me nauseous. Sorry, I didn't mean to make anyone nauseous. Sorry. Oh, the zipper. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, the ones that they bring to the carnivals. Yeah. It'd be the same idea if you get stuck in one of those upside down. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I won't go on any of those types of rides. Oh, it's horrible. All right, I think I got the trial going again. Let's see if we can make it work now. Bear with me one more moment. Is there sound, everyone?
Okay, what's up on the screen? Is that
Oh, I'm wondering if we should just chat for a minute and then start over with testimony on my laptop or what? I am trying to figure it out. Bear with me. I don't know what the heck I need to do to get this to work. It was working fine. And now it's not working. All right, let's try one more time. Otherwise, I'm just going to get too frustrated and I'll stream on my laptop. As much as I love having the big monitor, this is even more frustrating. Okay, have a good workout, Katie. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you all for being here. And having patience with my technical difficulties. We'll get it working one way or the other, hopefully. I actually don't know. Scott, how do I find out? Like I said, I bought this computer from my last landlord in 2021. It was or 2022. It was a year old. He barely used it. There was like no programs on it. And then I used it no problem, mostly just, for the internet. And then it sat for a year basically without being used because I locked myself out, and then finally got help fixing it. Now it's fixed, and it's like I tried to shut it down and update it as much as I could. I thought it was done updating. It loads pretty quick now, but this is the only issue I've had so far, is when I try to add the screen. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know which way to find out which one I'm using, or where to find out. I'm a boomer when is it Windows Alt R type WinVer? Okay, hold on. Alt R didn't work, but I think it's I'm pulling up the Windows update. It says I'm missing important security and quality fixes. Windows 10 version 22H2. So it says I need to update for Windows 10. My PC doesn't currently meet the minimum system requirements to run Windows 11. Get the details here. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's Windows 10. Joy. If I hit the wrong button, I am like Alexis thrown into outer space. I want a MacBook Pro so bad, you have no idea. If anyone has one laying around and wants to send it to me, let me know. You have no idea. I love Apple. I'm sorry. I am addicted to iPhone and my iPad. They're so easy to use. I want a MacBook so that I can use a computer that's hooked up to my iPad and iPhone. But I learned computers on DOS. Okay, I know how to program DOS still to this day. And when I started working on different computers in middle school, I was on the newspaper. I was an editor for the newspaper, and we used Macs back then. So, yeah, I would love a MacBook or any Mac computer at this point. Okay, so yes, Windows update Windows 10 version 22H2. I'll give you the link, one file update. And if you want to bypass to get Windows 11, I can give you the commands. Yes, Scott, thank you. You are awesome. Thank you. This way, by tomorrow's stream, my computer will be all hooked up and we won't have these issues. Woohoo! Everyone bow down to Scott, okay? Yes, I do want one, Joy. Trust me, I do want one. I hate Windows PCs. I really do. I it's just a preference. You know, it is what it is. You learn from DOS. Yeah, I DOS it. I took computer programming. Long story. I got to take a college course when I was in high school, and my mom did programming for computers too for a small period of time. So yeah, my first computer was a Tandy 5000. Okay. Yeah, I agree, but I can't stand Android phones. I really can't. I can't stand that they don't normally automatically come with storage. You have to get a SD card and all that crap. And it's a preference. It's just me. And I keep my phones until I can upgrade for free. I don't run out and get the newest phone as soon as they come out. I don't really care. It took me forever to get rid of my iPhone 7 Plus because I didn't want to get rid of my home button. It took me forever. I traded in my iPhone 7 Plus, and it wasn't until I had to get an iPhone 12. That tells you how long I kept my iPhone 7 Plus. And when I lost my home button, oh, it was awful. It took me forever. Yes, Scott. Woohoo! Oh yeah, floppy disks. Yep, you had to format them first. It's Windows 95 still around. Yeah, and so is Napster and LimeWire. See, I'm the other way. I'm the total opposite, Shelly. I'm sorry. Androids. I got an Android after my iPhone 5. I got a stylo because it came with the little stylus pen in it and everything, and I really loved the phone itself. Didn't realize it didn't have any memory. I tried to download one app, and it's like, your memory is full. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Yeah. Not having a home button, like it took me a really long time to get used to that. You had an iPhone 3? Yeah, then I see it. The only thing you can really keep them, the only thing they do with their planned obsolescence or absolute, however you want to pronounce it, is because they, at a certain point, you can't do their updates anymore. But you know what? So they do so many updates. Most of them, unless they're security updates, who cares? Retired computer tech, worked for a brother, cut the middleman, started my own. Oh, cool. You started your own company, worked for a mom computer store, contract labor for government and casinos, worked on school computers. That's awesome. See, I am good with software, like programs and games and all that kind of stuff. But the actual like computer parts, like the hardware and like the software of like Windows and stuff, I know I'm bad. Very, very bad. Yes, Joy is the chat winner of the month. Yeah, she's definitely got some zingers in here, I tell you. Okay, Sarah. I have no idea what that is, but okay. Kyocera. Oh my God. I had a Kyocera. Wasn't it the chocolate? No, that was a Nokia. I had a chocolate. I love that phone. My very first cell phone, I think I told this story already, but in case you haven't heard it, my very first cell phone, okay, was like 6 inches thick, and 3/4 of that phone, 5 inches and 3/4 was the battery. And then it got stolen in the bowling alley parking lot. Someone smashed out my driver's side window to steal it. Before having the like colored screens and that, my very first phone, like I love the Razors. The very first Motorola Razor phones, the flip phones. That phone was sweet. The Zach Morris phone. Okay, it wasn't that phone. It was the ones where it was like a flip phone, but the only part that flipped was the part where that was where you talked. It had the microphone piece, and the piece was like so thin. The rest of the phone was all battery. It was like a big, huge, like rectangle, odd shaped trapezoid something. I don't know. It was insane. I'll have to find a picture of one. Bowling alley, so Michigan. Hey, I'm a bowler. I've been I stopped bowling when I had my surgeries, but I bowled since I was 4 years old. Okay, when I quit bowling, I was a competitive bowler. I won lots of money bowling in tournaments and stuff. Okay. AC Slater. Oh, Razor. I love that phone. That Razor. Good phone. See, I can't do Samsungs. My aunt, it's all she ever uses, Samsungs. And I can't do Android. I can't. Was it Ameritech? I think it was, what was AT&T before it was AT&T? It was, shit. Cellular One? No. God, they changed their name so many times. I have no idea what it was back then. It was the AT&T brand way before it was AT&T. It was like Cellular One, and then it was something else even before that. I can't remember. Going into Wally World. Okay, Jamie. All right. So Scott, if you send me that in Discord, or I can give you my email. I don't know what you plan on doing. Whatever works for you. I will definitely be doing that for tomorrow. But let's try Jen McCabe one more time. Let's see if we can get this working at all. My cousin, staff sergeant, took me on base to FBI area, worked on computers. Can't say more. Okay. Discord is fine. Awesome. I'm in Danny's Discord. I don't know if we are technically friends on Discord yet or not, but I'm going to send you a message. Hold on. I just sent you a friend request and a robot wave. All right, here we go. Let's try Cave.
when you had contacted, or specifically that.
Now tell me you can hear
Phone, you
Hear
called
it.
him on the phone. You called him, and who answered? John O'Keefe, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Who answered the phone?
John.
And then the contacts that you would put in as John O'Keefe called you. And you answered it. Who was on the other line?
All right, guys, can you hear me? I am going to end this stream and I'm going to get on my laptop and start a new one. So everyone follow me. Give me about 5 minutes to get it set up. Okay, guys? And we will get into Jen McCabe this time for sure. And at least with my laptop, if we decide to make more funny pics of the day, I know I don't have issues. And at least while I'm doing that, I can get this stuff from Scott and get this desktop updated and good to go for tomorrow. All right, guys. I will see you in just a few minutes. All right. Love ya. Bye.